at your disposal, a tooth vet. Now, or perhaps move on to page number 2, if you will, and you have slide. We have 3 sections today. Section 1 encompasses our S production. Ooh, we're going to really take an in-depth microscopic look at S from that physiological perspective. The auditory, yes, but especially the physiological perspective. And we're really going to take an in-depth look at what kids are doing when they produce a frontal S, and then also when they produce a lateral S, and we're going to compare them with the good S and what we need to do in our therapy. Section 2, S analysis. That includes sensation, oral resting production, oral resting postures, and then also production obstacles. Production obstacles includes things like, well, if you have a child with large tonsils, or you have a child with a narrow dental arch, or you have a major open bite, those kinds of things that could really make it difficult. I call them obstacles because sometimes you have to analyze them and say, you know, can the child overcome those obstacles and produce a really good S, or what can we do to go around? And I call that compensation therapy, and we've got lots of good information on that. Section 3 is our therapy. We're going to go straight through. We have our organization and homework and so on, laying the groundwork, additional information on sensation, oral resting postures, the capability building tasks, additional sound stem techniques, solidification, basically drill and instill, and lots of carryover things. So, oh boy, we've got lots of really good information for you over the next 3 hours. In fact, all of it is pretty much looking toward therapy. Okay, that's our goal, is to generate good therapy. Now, move on to page number 2, if you will, and you have slide 3 there at the top, and it says the S. What are 3 things that you know about the S production? Now, I'd like you to think in your mind, and I'm going to give you a couple seconds here, just to kind of go through, and you have some information, or you have some lines and so on there on that page if you want to write down information that you remember, perhaps from university days, about that S. In other words, kind of going through and figuring out, what do you know about an S? So go ahead and think about it. Put some information down there. Okay, think about it. All right. I'm wondering if maybe, fricative came to mind. That's a good thing. Or maybe you use the word sibilant. Or perhaps you thought, wow, oh yeah, there's that centralized airflow. That's important. Or continuous airflow. Okay, we know about all of those things. If there's anything else, just write it down there. Think in your mind about that S and what you need to be able to do to produce that S. Okay, there you go. Now, take a look there on the slide. Over on the right-hand side, it says, where does your tongue rest when you are not using it? And I'd like you to, right this second, identify where your tongue rests. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I tell my kids. Close your eyes and send a spy down to your tongue and figure out where your tongue rests. Okay, all right. Chances are good your lips are closed. Chances are good your jaw is elevated. You don't have clenched teeth. You don't want that level, but you want to have, an elevated jaw. And then probably your tongue is up. We'll talk more about where up means a little bit later on. Probably it's up on top. Up on top. Maybe it's more forward, but chances are it's on top. Now,